Hi, and welcome to Ukulele Lessons Easy 1B. Today we're going to be getting ready to play the song Brown Eyed Girl that's coming up here in the next tutorial. First, we want to make sure that we know all the chords in the song. We want to do a chord exercise before we play the song, and we also want to write Roman numerals for the chords in the song. So for instance, in the version that we're doing, Brown Eyed Girl, it's in the key of D. That's not the original key of the song. The original key is another key, but we're playing the song in D. And every time you're going to see a D on your music sheet, you're going to write in the Roman numeral number 1. 1 for D, 4 for G, 5, 7 for that A7, and then for a B minor, you see a Roman numeral 6 there, a small 6. I just wanted to let you know that in the chord progression it falls under a 6 chord, a small 6. But for now, do not worry about that. You're going to worry about 1, 4, and 5. And just as long as you know how to make the B minor, you're going to be more than fine. Okay? Once again, when you go through the music, all your D chords are going to be, mark them 1 somewhere near that D. G, mark it number 4 somewhere around that G. 5, 7, it will be A7. And don't worry about the B minor, but just be aware that you know how to make the chord. So what I went and did for you, by the way, if you want to, you can go ahead and grab your music sheet that says Brown Eyed Girl. So if you need to pause the tutorial at this time, go and grab your music sheet and come on back and we'll get started in about a second. Okay, so what I did was I went and did the first verse. I just marked a 1 for D, 4 for G, 1 for D, and 5, 7 for A7. I did all of that for the first verse here, so you can kind of see what I did. Now, you need to do the same, but you need to do it for the entire song. And this song is 2 pages long, so you want to do that. And keep in mind, the object is to be associating the chord, the letter chord. In this key it's D, and being able to see a number 1 there. And when you play a G, you'll see a number 4. When you play A7, you'll see a 5, 7. And being able to recognize that and associate those numbers with the chords. Okay, so be sure to do that with your music sheet. Once again, it's a 2-page music sheet that you should have received via email under class 5 category, and so with the other material for class 5. Now we're going to do the chord cog exercise. If you want to pause the tutorial, go grab your ukulele and then we'll get started here in about a second. So always remember that before you start to play a song, before you do a lesson, before you do anything, you always want to do your chord cog exercise. Okay? And for the first chord here is a D. We're using the fingers 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. There you go. D chord. 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So you're going to press and relax, and make sure you can do the D chord. And then you're going to close your eyes and press, and then lift it a little off, press and lift it a little off, and then you're going to press down and you're going to open your eyes and you're going to see if you landed correctly on the D chord. Same thing goes with the G, same thing goes with the A7, and then the B minor. It's a relatively new chord. We just learned that a little while ago. Keep in mind it's also getting you ready for the upcoming course Ukulele 2 online. And that those are one of the first chords that you'll be learning in the next class, the next course. So you're kind of getting a head start and getting a little practice as you head towards that direction. So let's do a chord cog exercise. What you want to do is you want to do a first finger on the 2nd fret, okay, and ring finger on the 4th fret top string. So bar with the first finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the top string of the 4th fret. first finger bar, and then ring finger, third finger, top string on the 4th fret. Okay? So that's the B minor. So what you want to do is the chord cog exercise. You want to press on it, you want to relax. Don't let your fingers leave the strings now. Watch your left hand, press on it, relax. Picture the chord in your mind, press, relax. Memorize that chord, how it looks, press and relax. Memorize how it feels, press and relax. Okay, now press this time, press, and then come a little off the fretboard, back down, a little off, back down. Okay, look at it really good, memorize it, and close your eyes. Okay, so you're still pressing. You're going to lift a little off the fretboard, back down, press, lift a little off, back down, lift a little off, back down. Your eyes are still closed. Off, down, off, down. Okay, open your eyes, and it should be on B minor chord. If not, do the chord cog exercise again until you can do it correctly with your eyes closed. Okay? A couple of things. Make sure that you tap your foot when playing the song, always keeping time like your own private metronome, tapping your foot with the music. Okay. Also, make sure that you preview the music to make sure that there's no rough spots or no spots that might be difficult for you to play. For instance, like the first verse here, it's it might be difficult to switch from a G to a D. I'm just saying that, you know, out of example. You want to practice that. So you're going to do a chord cog exercise, going across, making a D, then making a G, making a D, and making an A7. So let's kind of do it together so you can kind of understand what I mean. So as you preview the music, you're looking at the music, making sure that you understand everything all the way through the music. Then you're going to do a chord cog exercise. And okay, so I'm currently looking at the music. So if you want to follow along, be looking at the music too, so you can follow along with me. So I'm looking at the music. First chord is a D. So I'm doing my chord cog exercise. Next chord is a G. Okay, making sure that I can make it a G, and I'm pressing and I'm coming off the strings a little bit. Then I'm doing a D. Okay, pressing and relaxing. Then an A7, making sure that I can do that. Then I'm going to the next line, a D, then a G, then a D, then an A7, then a D, and a G, and a D, and an A7. Then the fourth line, a D, a G, a D, an A7. Okay, now I'm going to the fifth line. The fifth line is a G, so it's G, then A7, then D. Here's the B minor coming up, B minor. Okay, if you need a couple seconds for that, do the B minor. Okay. The last line is a G. We're still in the first verse. A7, D, and A7. That was only the first verse. You need to do that through the entire song, just to double check yourself, making sure that you can do all the chords. Okay, because if you're going to run into a rough spot, you're going to run into your rough spot as you preview the music, and you don't want to run into the rough spot when you're actually playing the music. Okay, so if you follow this exercise, you're going to find that when you do play the song, which is coming up next, it's going to be a whole lot easier. So back up the tutorial, try to listen again, take in mind that techniques are important. It makes your learning faster. It just makes you learn quicker and with less mistakes, etc. Do this exercise several times before actually playing the song. I know that playing the song is fun and very enjoyable, but we need to practice these certain techniques, and then when we do play the songs, we actually learn it faster, we start to retain it better, and we can just perform it better overall. Okay, so when you're done giving it a try a couple of times, and you feel that you're ready, we'll see you at the next lesson.